Hello. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about a resolution that I made. I did not make it on January 1st, and it's certainly always going to be up for reevaluating. But this is something that I feel is really important to me, and I've seen a lot of people do something different. And so if you're interested, take a listen and see what works for you in this situation. So I have spent the last 3 years in training to be a somatic experiencing practitioner, and I got my certificate, and I am now an SEP, and there are a lot of people in my, the people who went through the training with me, who are immediately, even last year, even before they finished and got their SEP, they are entering additional trainings for other credentials, other modalities, mostly all related to trauma as well. But I thought that was really interesting, and especially after a colleague came on to a listserv and was like, hey, does anybody want to practice SE with me? Because I started this other thing, and now I'm worrying that I'm forgetting what SE is about. So does anybody want to practice? And I get it. I have an overactive need to learn. I love learning anything, everything. You start a conversation with me about something I don't know, I want to learn about it. It is so fun for me to learn. And I want to get really good at this first. I think I've talked before about, I don't know if I've talked here about working to become good as a practitioner at varying things, or anything actually. And although there is the unquenchable thirst for more, I find for me that there is so much more depth to be found in this specific modality for me, that I am I've decided resolved to stay with this. I mean, I'll probably always use this, but I'm going to only do this. I'm not going to go for the next thing until I feel the need for it. I'm assisting I'm being a training assistant for a few trainings that are starting for somatic experiencing, so I'll get to continue to learn, rehear the material from new to me trainers, and I'm excited about that. I get to help facilitate the learning of new rounds of students to SE, and that's ridiculously exciting to me. But also every single human that I work with, whether it's individually or within my groups, everybody brings something new. I had a session this week where it was an entirely new thing. It was not a new thing. It was a progression, but it felt so new. It felt so different to do everything that I had learned in a slightly different way. And it was really effective. I suspect it would not be really effective with everybody. And so that means that I get to deepen my knowledge and my effectiveness within one modality. And it's not truly that, because I'm also a coach and I have my own work in renaturing. It combines everything that I do, but it's still somatic experiencing is the most recent thing that I've learned, and I don't want to jump on to the next thing. And I don't know, this is thinking on the fly here. Maybe it's because this is so right for me, and perhaps it's not as like fundamentally right and hits at such a deep level for other people who are always, or who are immediately on to the next thing. And hey, by all means, go find the right thing. Use some of this because it's great material, and add the next thing. And I suspect I will not become faculty in somatic experiencing. There's like 5 or 7 years before I can even contemplate that. So who knows what happens between now and then. But I know that this modality is right for me. I also know that I'll learn more. I'll do other things. Just not yet. And that feels really different from where I've been other times in my life. It feels really different from where I see other people right now. And that's new and interesting all by itself, right? Instead of launching for the new knowledge, additional knowledge, I can stay with this one, and that's new. So I'm fascinated by me. And, I also think that there's unplumbed depths within myself that I need to work with before I can go launching into the next thing. So I'm also deeply, deeply grateful for the practice that I have right now, the business. And I want to see that deepen and grow instead of looking for the next thing. I see possibility within the business that I already have. So, yeah. Do you have thoughts on this? Like, have you been in this situation? Have you found things that were just perfect and you wanted to stay with them for a while? Have you found things that were like, oh, this is cool. What's the next thing? Share with me if you feel like it. I'd be happy to hear.